Hi, this lesson is going to be on body organization. So there are many topics within body organization. We talk about the systems in the body, and we're going to be talking about that today. This is also the systems represented in a different way. Down here, it's how our body uses energy, and we're going to be talking about the bottom right corner as well. So there's our science standards, the same ones that they are for the year. And here are objectives that we're going to be going over later on when we go through our questions. So we will skip those for now. Our substandards are gather and synthesize information that sensory receptors respond to stimuli by sending messages to the brain for immediate behavior or storage as memories. And use arguments supported by evidence for how the body is a system of integrating subsystems composed of groups of cells. How is the body organized? Your body is organized into systems that work together. Each body system is made of smaller parts, with the smallest being the cells. That's what our last lesson was on, cells. So you learned about those. You need each of your systems so that you can survive and that you can grow. So how are systems organized in the body? Well, you've seen this chart before. We have the cell, and then we have the tissue, and then we have the organ, and finally the organ system. The least complex is the cell, the most complex is the organ system. A cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of an organism. The tissue is a group of similar cells that work together. And then you've got a group of tissues that work together to perform a function. That's an organ. And finally, you have a bunch of organs that work together to perform a function. That's an organ system. So they get bigger and bigger and more complex. How do cells and tissue work together? Well, there's your definition of cell and tissue, right? Cells are smaller, tissues are more cells put together. So muscle tissue shortens to make parts of your body move, so that the muscle tissue will shorten to make your arm move, for example, or make it bend. Nerve tissue carries electrical signals from the brain all over your body and back. That's a nerve cell. Okay, connective tissue such as bone and fat provides support for your body and attaches all of its parts together. So these are different connective tissues. Let's see the different ones, how they would look under a microscope. And then skin has epithelial tissue that protects your insides from damage. Epithelial tissue covers the inner and outer surfaces of your body. So there's the different types of skin. So you can see there's different layers of your skin. How do tissues, organs, and organ systems work together? Well, remember, an organ is a group of tissues that work together to perform a function. So these are all your organs. You have your brain, your heart, your stomach, your bladder, your skin. Did you know your skin was an organ? Your intestines, your kidneys, your liver, and your lungs. And then the organ system is a group of all these different organs working together to perform a function. So here are your body systems. There's going to be 11. We're going to be going through that during this video. And I already mentioned this. Did you know that your skin is an organ? It is. How are organs more complex than tissues? Well, you have your rib cage, your kidney, and your spleen. So let's take the kidney, for example. Each organ has a specific function in the body. The job of an organ is more complex than that of a tissue. And the kidneys, for example, remove waste from your body and they form urine. The kidney has 4 kinds of tissue in it. Each tissue contributes in a different way to the kidney's job of filtering your blood. Very important to have your kidney. What are the 4 types of tissues in the kidney? There's your kidneys. So you have the connective tissue, the epithelial tissue, the muscle tissue, and the nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue gives the kidney structure and protects its parts. The connective and fat tissue protects the kidney. The nerve tissue helps the kidney pump and filter the blood. And then the muscle tissue drains the urine to the bladder. It squeezes and contracts it and gets it out. What organ system are the kidneys part of? That's an interesting thing, right? Here's all your organ systems. We'll be talking about them more in detail. The excretory system. If you excretate, I don't know if that's the right word, something out of your body, you get rid of it. So the kidneys are part of the excretory system. The excretory system includes your skin, your lungs, and liver and also. So how many organ systems does the body have? Well, count there, there's 11. There's the skeletal system, there's the skeletal system. There's the muscular system, there it is. The circulatory system, the digestive system, the integumentary system, the respiratory system, the nervous system, the endocrine system, the excretory system, which includes your kidneys, which we talked about, the immune system, and the reproductive system. So let's go into more detail about each one. So there are control systems. One of the control systems is your nervous system. So there's your nervous system. That includes your brain, your spinal cord, and your nerves all over your body. So these send information through the nerve cells to control the body's response to changes inside and outside of the body. So if you touch a hot stove, your nerves will tell your brain and your muscles to get your hand away from that fast. Another control system is your endocrine system. There's your endocrine system. You have your glands all over your body. You have your pituitary gland at the top forehead there, your thyroid gland, very important for your immune system, your pancreas, your adrenal glands, your testes or your ovaries, depending on if you're a man or a woman. So glands produce chemicals that affect your energy level, your body temperature. They want you to maintain homeostasis with your body, so the glands help with that. They also help with your digestion, they help with your moods, and they help with your growth and your development. The endocrine system is very important. Now you have structural systems. One of those is the skeletal system. So that's your bones, right? It's also your cartilage, it's your joints, it's your ligaments, it's your tendons. So the skeletal system supports your body. It protects your organs. For example, this rib cage here will protect your lungs and your heart. It makes blood cells. It stores minerals. The bones is where all the minerals are, and it allows movement. Without the bones, you wouldn't be able to move around. And the cartilage and joints, they cushion the bones and they attach the bones to the muscles. Another structural system is the muscular system. And that's the muscle groups in your body. So you have 650 muscles in your bodies. There's 3 kinds: the skeletal muscles, the smooth muscles, and the cardiac muscle. Cardiac meaning heart. So these muscular system here controls your movement with the skeletal system. They work together. It helps you to stand up straight. Your muscular system allows you to breathe, and it keeps your blood and your food moving through your body. Did you know your face alone has 42 muscles to control your face movements? On the right, there's all the different names of the muscles in your face. Pretty interesting. And another structural system is the integumentary system. There it is, the integumentary system. That includes your hair, your skin, and your nails. It also includes your sweat glands and your oil glands. Protects your body from outside damage through infection or injury. So your skin is a protecting piece for you. The oil and sweat glands under your skin keep your skin waterproof and temperature regulated. Skin is attached to muscle. which then is attached to the bone so that the three structural systems give your body shape and allow your body to move. So here's a layer picture here. If the skin is on the top, then the skin tendons, then the fat, then the muscle, then the skin ligaments, and then that's the bone at the bottom there. All of that is attached to your bone. Okay, now we have oxygen and transport systems. The first one is the respiratory system. And that's the parts of the respiratory system. The nose, the trachea, the pharynx, the larynx, the bronchi, and the lungs are part of your respiratory system. They bring in oxygen to red blood cells. They move carbon dioxide out through the lungs and back into the air. We don't want carbon dioxide. That's a waste product for us. Plants, on the other hand, take it in, and they give off oxygen, which we then take in from the plants. Another oxygen and transport system is the circulatory system. That's all your blood and veins in your heart. So your heart and your blood vessels. It transports the oxygen-rich blood, which you need, the nutrients and the wastes and the disease-fighting cells everywhere in your body, using the heart to pump blood through your blood vessels. And it regulates your body temperature. Now we have the food and waste processing systems. One is the digestive system. There's a picture of the parts of the digestive system. You have your mouth, you have your esophagus, your stomach, your liver, your pancreas, your gallbladder, your large intestine, and your small intestine. They help to break down food that you eat. They absorb the nutrients your body needs, and they remove the food waste from your body so that you don't have toxic substances building up. Food enters through the mouth, where the esophagus squeezes the food down to your stomach. Your stomach then crushes the food and breaks it down into acids. Food will then travel to your intestines. Your liver and your pancreas and good bacteria will break down the food. The digestive system is like a long tube that runs through your body and passes food along all the way through your body. Okay, another food and waste processing system is the excretory system. So there's an example of the excretory system. You have the skin, actually gets rid of toxins. You have the lungs, you have the liver, you have the kidneys, you have the urinary bladder, and the urethra. This gets rid of waste and toxic substances in your body. You have to be able to get rid of your waste. Liver breaks down the toxic substances that are pulled out of your body by the kidney. The kidney makes the urine, and then the urine gets taken out of your body when you go to the bathroom. So sweat glands in your skin make you sweat. So that's a way to rid toxins. Some people go in those saunas because it helps to rid toxins because they get real sweaty. Okay, now we have the defense system. That's your immune system. So your immune system includes the thymus, the lymph nodes, the lymph vessels, the spleen, and the white blood cells. And they help to fight infections, and they attack invading bacteria and viruses. So did you know that swollen glands mean your lymph nodes have grown larger because they're fighting off infection? So that's why your doctor might feel your throat. You're next to your throat there to see if you got any swollen lymph nodes. Lymph nodes and vessels trap bacteria and viruses, and white blood cells that are made inside your bones attack them and destroy the bacteria and other diseases. So they get trapped in the lymph nodes, and then along comes the white blood cells to kill them off. Then we have the procreation system, also known as the reproductive system. So the reproductive system, for males, you have testes, ducts, urethra, and the penis. And for the females, you have the ovaries, the ducts, the uterus, and the vagina. They produce sperm and or eggs. The males produce the sperm, the females produce the eggs. And this system, this reproductive system, produces and delivers sex cells. In females, it also nurtures and protects the developing baby. And did you know that God designed the whole organ system to work together to create a new human? Okay, let's see if we can figure out and remember where things go. Control system. Look over here on the right. Name one of the systems that's a control system. Did you say nervous system? Good. What's another control system? Did you say endocrine system? Good for you. Remember, endocrine systems are your glands, your nervous system are your nerves. Okay, there's 3 structural systems. Did you say skeletal? Good. Skeletal is one of them. What else? Muscular is another. And then that weird one that's hard to say, interaugmentary system. There it is. Which ones are oxygen and transport systems? Respiratory system and circulatory system. Good. What about a food and waste processing system? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 left to pick from. Food and waste processing system, digestive system. What about a procreation? Oh, and the excretory system is a food and waste processing system as well. Now, procreation system is your reproductive system, and your defense system is your immune system. Did you get them all right? Maybe I went too fast. You should practice these again on your own. Okay, your homework. You're going to explain how the body is generally organized from least complex to most complex. Now remember, all of the answers are in order on the slides. So remember how they were most organized from least to most complex: cell, tissue, organ system, right? Then you're going to define cell, tissue, organ, and organ system. You're going to explain 2 ways cells and tissue work together in the human body. You're going to name the body's 9 organs. There's 9 of them. That was on that picture. You're going to name the 4 types of tissue in the kidneys. You're going to name the 11 organ systems that we just talked about. You're going to name which 2 are the control systems, which 3 are the structural systems. 2 of them that are oxygen and transport systems, 2 that are food and waste processing systems, 1 that is a defense system, 1 that is a procreation system. Then you're going to list the parts of the nervous system and the nervous system's job in the body. List the parts of the endocrine system and the endocrine system's job in the body. List the parts of the skeletal system and the skeletal system's job in the body. You can get those right from the bullet points on the slides. List the parts of the muscular system and the muscular system's job in the body. List the parts of the interaugmentary system and the interaugmentary system's job in the body. The parts of the respiratory system and the respiratory system's job in the body. The parts of the circulatory system and the circulatory systems in the body. And the parts of the digestive system and the digestive system's job in the body. The parts of the excretory system and the excretory system's job in the body. And you guessed it, the parts of the immune system and the immune system's job in the body, and the parts of the reproductive system and the reproductive system's job in the body. And that is all. So have a good day. Bye.